rewind the tape. Okay, that was really bad.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen.
We should have scripted this.
We should have. Oh, gosh. Yeah.
Here we are, listening to another episode of Wait, Rewind the Tape with two rather fetching young ladies who often have not a whole lot to say about anything.
Anything, hun.
Guys, in case you didn't know, you always know, obviously. We are talking about Bridgerton Season 2. I think we're just going to get straight into it because I don't have anything valid to say about my own life because my week has been consumed with feelings of mild depression, ennui, emptiness, hollowness that follows finishing, binge watching.
Such a romantic show.
Such a romantic show. Something magical, something short-lived that suddenly ends. It sucked you in. It spat you out. You have nothing. You realise that you've never loved and been loved. Yeah. And you maybe never will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but not everyone in the Toon has... Which reminds me of Toontown.
The Ton.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's not Toontown.
No, it's not. It's the Ton.
Then why do they say the Toon?
They say the Ton.
I hear the Toon.
Okay, well, that's your problem.
Because I'm like, what's the Toon?
The Ton.
Sorry.
The Ton.
Okay.
It's just...
The Ton, I know, yeah? that's a word. Yeah. But the Toon... But it's because it doesn't exist and no one's ever said that.
Exactly, yeah.
Sorry, guys. Can we cut that?
What were we talking about?
I love this show.
I love this show too. If there are any haters out there, keep listening because we're going to convince you why you need to watch this show.
And also, we slag off our favourite shows more than the shows that we don't like. So even if you hate the show, you'll probably hear all the reasons why you should hate the show. But let me tell you, I love this show.
I love this show more. But could I go back and watch it again? I just don't think I could.
I rewatched it. Last time I couldn't, but this time I rewatched season 1 and 2. And I left it a week or two. But I've also been watching Gomorrah, so it's just like they couldn't be... They are worlds apart, these two shows, yeah.
Before we get into it, should I crack open the bubbly?
Yes! Woo-hoo. Guys, we're drinking again. We've fallen off the wagon!
Yay!
Woo-hoo. Don't do the same at home. Please drink responsibly or not at all if you actually want to have a productive life, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'm starting to think you can't...
But look, this is... it's a small bottle for starters.
Yeah.
Yeah. It
was
a
that's
gift.
going to make a difference.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you for the gift. Who got you the gift?
Long-time listeners, long-time friends of the pod.
Cute.
Yeah.
It wasn't for this podcast, don't worry, listeners. No one's
wasn't.
Hearing this and being like, do you know what? I'm going to get you a small bottle of bubbly because it's so good.
Congratulate yourselves, girls. Okay, sorry.
This week we're going to go character by character. So we have a hat. Natalie has got the best prop ever.
Yeah, I have a top hat. Don't ask me why.
You don't need to know. You can guess. So we're just going to go
say it went with a crop.
That was... Oh, hun, this is going to be bad. Thank you. So, yeah, we're going to go character by character. We skipped a few characters, like minor characters who don't really have a storyline. Supporting characters, you might say.
No, they're not even supporting characters, these ones we've skipped.
They're minor characters. But every character is a good character and a needed character. It's just if you don't have, like, a main plot, we can't talk about you.
We probably could.
To be honest, if we did this in 3 parts, we could do every single character.
We'd have something to say about everybody.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers, my dear.
Careful, don't spill on the hat with all our names in it. Before we dive into the box of names...
I want to like this. Why? I don't know.
Sorry. I was going to say, should we just say little bit about the show, or
no? We love the show. Let's get straight into season 2.
Straight into
it. And we'll slag off everyone's criticism of season 2 as we go on.
Sorry, don't even come at this podcast or me individually if you didn't like the show or have issues with it.
To be honest, this season I'm willing to fight for my opinions. So if you do disagree with me, feel free to send me a lengthy message. I am ready. Not to argue, but for the discourse. Less discourse, more intercourse. Let's go.
Oh, I like it.
I've been dying to say that for a week. I wanted to put it on my Instagram stories because it was a lot of discourse this week, and I am need to have sex. Let's get into the podcast. Sorry, let's make it professional.
Would you like to dip into the top hat first?
No, but
Okay,
I will.
fine. Oh.
No, I will. Okay, I'm wearing white gloves because I'm a virgin. Okay.
And I have to say that I'm stepping into my full Miss Sharma, aka Kate Sharma era this season. I'm just going to embrace my Kate Sharma. And I feel like I already am. I feel like a lot of parallels with that character.
To be honest, I did when I started watching it, because I started watching it before, like literally hours before, by the way. It wasn't like a day before, and I felt like, should I give Natalie a heads up? Because for me, some of the themes this season were hitting a bit more than the last season.
Totally.
But then I was like, no, she'll figure it out by herself. She's a big girl.
What do you, is it in like the relatability?
Yeah.
Oh, for me as well. Like, absolutely. This was like, yeah. We'll get into it when we hopefully pick Kate out of the book.
Yeah. Okay, so we're starting big with the iconic Queen Charlotte.
Ah! Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, so firstly, we start off the season and she's still on one about Lady Whisteldown. Fuck. I always get the name wrong.
Who cares? We know who she is. Whistle. Lady Whistle.
Penelope. That bitch. Okay, we'll get to it. God, once it
Penelope lovers, good luck this episode. Good luck.
We'll take a look in the mirror first. To be fair,
Why would I want to?
have maybe
when I could talk about fictional characters.
Anyway, Queen Charlotte.
Yeah.
So she is fully like, we need to find out who this bitch is. Who is Lady Whisteldown? Where she's been very quiet. They threw in like a clever little bit of wordplay about, we haven't heard from Lady Whisteldown since last season.
You loved that.
I loved it. Firstly, calling out the fact that, we have modern television seasons and also the season. How long is a season, though? And is it in the summer?
3 months in the summer.
I can't wait for my season to start this season.
Oh, honey, it's going to be a hot girl summer. Am I going to end it with a husband? Absolutely not.
No.
You never know, though. Very good. No, I'm joking.
Strange things happen. So, I do love the Queen, but I also felt this season a bit more like, it's still a bit weird how everybody's kind of seeking, or not really even seeking, but her word just means so much. Like,
yeah, she's a
the diamond
monarch and a tyrant.
Yeah.
Like, that's why I kind of like
she
the Queen.
She can really make or break you.
She's not like, they don't try and make her like
bit of benevolent person. She's doing this all for sport.
Yeah, and it's just like more realistic.
And she just is like,
she's
she
the
really is all about her own entertainment.
She's just bored all the time.
She's bored and she's playing with people.
And she's like, is my husband dead yet? Leave me alone.
Oh.
Sorry, but it's funny.
I think she loves her husband, though.
She loves him dearly. It's just funny the way
she's like,
when people come in the room, they're like, is it about your husband? She's like, what? Is he dead? They're like, no. She's like, leave me there. But yeah, I thought she was definitely liked the fear that she struck. She was needed to make the wedding even bigger than it ever would have been, because that wedding scene was a fucking hot mess.
At the altar.
Yeah, but we'll get into that later.
Passes. Oh, I need somebody to look at me like that.
Why did he pick up her fucking bangle? Anyway, let's keep moving. How could he not? Honey,
you're getting married.
That's face the front.
I think he just wanted to have his cake and eat it, to be honest.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Yeah. And then obviously the moment with her husband gave us like
the humanity.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we've kind of already seen bits of that.
No, but it was
in
like
season 1.
Edwina like came out swinging. She kind of established herself as her own in that moment.
She secured herself an invitation with the prince. And
not just that, she made it so that everyone could have a happy ending because she won the favour of the Queen that much. Yeah. Because without that moment, the Queen would have been like, all of you are done.
Yeah. Get out. Go back to India.
Don't do that.
She would have outcast them.
I don't think she would.
Also, let's talk about how annoyed she was at Lady Sharma. Yeah. For leaving. It's like, well, what's the story there? Like, how close were you? Were you best friends? Were you so, why are you so upset that or was it simply the scandal that she left?
Taste. Yeah. It was like, you can't just do that. The Queen is like taking jabs at people. She's not like super sweet. She's very much like pompous.
Right, yeah, it's not because we were friends once and you betrayed me. It was
could have been that as well, though. You're out.
Yeah.
Don't come over to me first of all. I'm the fucking queen.
Yeah.
But I did like, you can see the progression, because at the beginning of the season she's like head bitch, and by the end of the season she's the reason like that everyone can have a little scandalous time.
Absolutely. She's like sanctioning it and saying, what, these people, they look great.
She loves true love, but I think
she does love true. The whole show is on one about true love, though.
It's a Disney special, honey.
It is absolutely on one.
That's what Disney should have done. Okay.
But to the point where it just makes me, I think it does make me sad.
Yeah, I know.
Very
true
sad.
love always makes you sad.
Me specifically,
no, like
or in
anybody.
general, yeah.
Sorry, true love always makes one sad.
Right, yeah, absolutely.
I've replaced the word one with you in my language, which I know isn't grammatically correct, but I refuse to say one.
But that's just, no, we don't live in Bridgerton, but for the duration of this podcast, perhaps we should speak correctly.
Okay, we can,
We'll
but
forget.
I won't. And also, after I watch Bridgerton, the way I speak always changes. It's so much more, like, first of all, it's romantic as fuck. It's a bit more proper, and I'm just speaking in monologue, and it's just like, hello, are we having a conversation, or are you spaced out? What's happening?
And how many times have you rehearsed this in your head? Otherwise, who in what world are people speaking like this just off the cuff?
If we were able to, if we were allowed to, if it was socially acceptable to, I think we would all speak like that more.
What do you mean by that? Like
if we were allowed to just have these moments where we express our true feelings and we use the entirety of our, like...
My point is, I'm sure we would. I don't think that I could articulate things that quickly, that quippy, that, you know...
Yeah.
I just don't have it in me.
Oh my God, it would be like a Malcolm and Marie all the time. That would you know, Daphne and the Duke are in the house arguing like Malcolm and Marie.
Oh,
get me out of there. Okay, next character.
Yeah, next character. But thank you. Oh, guys, we also do have to say that it has been announced that there is going to be a prequel of Bridgerton focusing on Queen Charlotte and King George, and I, for one, can't wait.
And the casting is good.
Did we look at the casting last night? Yeah, we did.
This is our real life.
Who do you think it's going to be? Sorry, I've just picked a name out of the hat.
I think it's going to be Benedict Cumberbatch.
/ Bridgerton.
Yeah. Oh,
Your
God.
least favourite Bridgerton. You like Gregory over him.
I like him.
It is a Bridgerton, but it's not the one you thought.
Is it Colin?
It's Colin. Bad boy Colin.
Colin, you messy bitch. Let's get into it. Colin is an underrated mess.
Firstly, just going off to Europe. He just went island hopping in Greece. Like Playboy DJ.
He is. That's the equivalent of what that would be now.
Yeah.
Oh my God, how the mighty have fallen. They were never mighty, but you know what I mean.
It was never mighty, but yeah.
Too much past.
Yeah, Colin goes away for, I guess, not the season.
No, the off season.
He goes for the off-peak season. It's a bit cheaper.
It's probably more expensive to travel because everyone's at home during the season. So prices for those tickets abroad, like those boat tickets, must go up.
This probably isn't the character to be talking about this, but like, how are the Bridgertons making their money?
Inherited.
Yeah, but how are they continuing? Like, what's all these papers that Anthony has to sign? Just like lots of leases and whatnot.
The people who make money domestically, I mean, I'm sure we talked about this last time. We couldn't figure out if this is slave money, but it's like we also saw last time that they make money off the land. So like they own the land.
And then people pay them.
It's
and
like
then
they're like mobsters basically.
Yeah.
Like you pay me for protection and rent.
Yeah.
And I sit in this massive house and you kneel to me.
Yeah.
Not just you, all the bad bitches in town, honey.
I'm not going to lie. I'm kneeling for Anthony.
I'm not saying anything more.
Until we get to it.
We'll get to the mess when we get to the mess.
We'll get to it. We're at the mess, Colin.
Okay, the reason I thought Colin was a messy bitch was because obviously first of all, this girl fancies you. You know, like, how do you not see it?
You are
he
not
doesn't
blind.
see it, though. He doesn't even see it at all. And it makes me... Oh.
She's not subtle.
But he just thinks of her as a little caring sister. Oh
The
my
woman
God.
that's 35 years old in real life.
That's our business. The funniest part for me is when Colin's like, he comes back from his trip and Penelope is gagging for it. Obviously, Penelope, you're never going to get that man. Relax.
Never.
But then he says to her, because she thinks he has a girlfriend. And she's like trying to hint. And she's like, oh, who is it that was keeping you company? And he was like something like, I found a relationship with someone.
Oh, yeah.
Who I'm paraphrasing,
Who was
I really don't know.
always there for me and I never knew.
And he was talking about his
Himself.
fucking self.
He found himself
The way I would
DJing
have
in Mykonos.
him. Oh my God. He was
Yeah.
talking about himself and she was there like, oh, it's me. Honey, you can text that boy till the cows come home. He doesn't give a fuck. He's
Also,
finding
Colin,
himself.
you didn't find yourself. You know you didn't. You're just trying to justify the going away and coming back
And
with
you're
nothing.
allowed to travel.
No,
But you're allowed to just travel for pleasure. Like, that's, like, should be. Like, he's seen the world. That's enough. Like, why does he have to come back and conquered something?
because he set out to do that, didn't he? Right?
Yeah, he just wanted to travel. He wanted to see the world. It was his
I
goal.
think he did probably want to find himself, and he did, allegedly. I
He
still
came
don't
back
think
the
he
same,
did.
toxic as ever.
I think he came back worse.
but in a bad bitch way.
And when I say that, I don't mean like he's so bad, he's terrible. I just think he
No, I
actually
think he's
came
a
back
decent
more
guy.
confused. I don't think he found himself. I think that he lost himself further. I think he still doesn't
Isn't
actually
that what
know.
finding yourself is? Realising that there's just
Coming back
endless
with like just
possibilities.
giving drugs to everybody / just his
He
brother.
had a fun time.
Did have a fun time, yeah.
Um,
But I think he wants to think, or wants people to think that he's come back enlightened, but really he hasn't, and that's okay because
Yeah, you
it
really
takes
realise
a long
how young he
time
is now.
to get enlightened. Colin, it's okay.
do you ever?
I don't. Yeah,
The older you get, the more you realise you just don't know anything.
you just don't know anything, and I don't believe that he's actually doing the work.
I'm sorry, I did not see this coming.
You should have. What can I
You
say?
thought he was on the beach reading How to Be an Anti-Racist. Absolutely not.
doing the me and white supremacy workbook. I don't think so.
Honey, he was thinking about if I'd just let that woman have a baby on me.
He's like, I can't be racist
I'd be
because I. Or he's like, oh God, maybe I did overreact.
He's thinking he overreacted because he's thinking really and truly, if I was coming back to my wife and my babies and I was going to get head tonight from the baddest bitch in town, would that be so bad? No. So then he goes to visit his ex.
True. Why did you go to visit Marina?
Because now he knows he's never, it's just like, it's,
You let her go.
yeah, but it's
You
so
idiot.
annoying because like now you could really, like in modern day life, you could be like, fuck, I fucked up. I'm going to go and try and make it right. But then it's like, I fucked up. Oh my God, she's literally married and I could never have anything to do with her unless I want to be really, really messy, which he did.
Yeah, but let's wait and see what happens to his storyline because the way that him and Philip, her husband, hit it off.
This is the
And
best
why
conspiracy.
doesn't he like Penelope?
Because it's like his sister. Like he
No,
just
I get
doesn't.
that, but
he's not
maybe. But why
sexually.
did
He
he?
doesn't see her in a sexual way.
Why? Maybe Marina was also a kind of a way to have a person, but then not really. I think that he's
Avoid
got
that.
some.
Intimacy issues.
No, I just think that
I think
he's
that's
like
not fair.
exploring his
I
life
think
and his
Marina
options.
is gorgeous and they got
Absolutely.
on and that is it. And like he just doesn't see Penelope that way. And she'll never tell him how she feels because she doesn't want to put herself out there, but she's waiting and hoping that one day he'll just see
Well, she
her.
wants the fairy tale that all the Bridgertons seem to get, right? She
But-
wants to be the, like, have that. She wants to be the Daphne. She wants to be, like, to have this.
But all of these people, in a way, like one of them is required to take the other by the fucking throat. And it's
And
like,
neither one, yeah, Colin's not going to do
and
that.
Marina is very like, I know she's obviously gorgeous, but she's more like, she's just more of a spark, do you know what I mean? Whereas
True,
Penelope's so...
Well, Marina's lived. She's got some experience, some life.
Yeah.
And when I say experience, I don't just mean in that way. I just
the
mean
sack,
like,
honey.
but she does. But she's very like, she doesn't have time for this bullshit. She knows what she needs to do.
Yeah.
She knows how she needs to look after herself and her kids, and she's prepared to do it. And Colin, you're just not there.
But he
You're
was
a
messy
boy.
to go and see her, but I loved the mess.
Absolutely.
Loved the mess. he shouldn't have stayed for dinner. When he saw that she was uncomfortable, he shouldn't have left.
Yeah, that was weird. Why? And
It's
also,
young.
I like
You
how
don't
she
get it when
called
you're young.
him out and said, "Why are you here? Why the fuck are you here, Colin?"
I think we should
I'm
get to her when
happy.
we get to her, because she's a whole nother subject.
Okay, I think
but
we've-
also when he upset Penelope at the end, when he
No,
was
that
just
was
like,
very uncalled for.
it was, but in a way I was just like, that's what you fucking get, you messy, messy, messy girl. Anyway, I'm calling her a girl because she's 18. I know she's a woman in real life. I'm sorry about that.
But also, how about Colin being like the mastermind that, foiled Jack Featherington's plan? That whole thing played out very quickly and very conveniently for my liking.
Yeah. We'll get to that.
How does Colin know that they don't have rhinestone mines in Georgia?
He's travelled the world.
He's travelled Greece. He never spoke about any one place. He said he was going on a European tour. He went to Greece.
Yeah.
Got some like magic mushrooms.
Honey,
found
he went
out
to
about
Thailand.
plants.
Yeah. But he probably got to see the wonders of the world that the average person wouldn't be able to see.
Oh, of course. Yeah, no doubt.
Next name. Sorry, Cole, you're out.
Yeah.
But I do think he'll have the
pick a name
sexiest
out?
love story, because he has actual potential to be a fully well-developed, lovely human being if he doesn't turn into a toxic man.
Do you think?
Yeah, definitely.
Well, I mean, to be fair, I have been proved wrong about the Bridgerton men.
Yeah.
One season you're like, the next season you're like, whew.
Okay, I don't know this person.
Great.
Oh, I thought it was Dan Berry. It's Lady Danbury.
But how could, like, the Lady Danbury?
An icon and a legend.
Absolutely. Just fantastic. So Lady Danbury is sponsoring the Sharmas.
Yeah.
A good friend. She
lives
doesn't
for
hold a
mess, so she
grudge.
doesn't care what's happened.
Yeah.
In fact, she sees mess as an opportunity for a fun season.
For more mess.
Yeah, she always has the messiest characters around her.
True. That's why she,
Messy,
took in,
powerful people.
Simon and Daphne.
Yeah.
She just wants to. But and again, also a stickler for true love, but a pragmatist too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
She has lived, honey. And I loved when she did that little speech about how she's like, she is where she is now as like a single woman, but she's lived and she's loved.
I need that.
that'll be me one day.
She must feature in the
Prequel, yes.
Yeah,
I
we
think
need
she
to see
will.
the many loves of Lady Danbury.
I would love to.
Like, was she married? Has she been married? Is she widowed, or is she?
Yeah. The way she was warning Kate the whole time was very Nigerian auntie. She was pulling her to the side and being like, listen.
You need to fucking sort your shit out.
I don't know what you think is happening, but this is what I'm telling you I can see.
And I know what you're doing. I
Stop
see you.
the mess.
Stop playing. You're a child.
Yeah, get it together, honey.
I mean, well, I guess we'll get to them when we get to them, but
But it was really good of her to take that role in Kate's life and be that like person who
because
was.
her mother was not.
Her mother was a bit.
She was going through stuff.
She was
but
going through
just,
a lot.
Yeah.
And she's also like. Lady Danbury's more, I feel like, a woman of the world, like more shrewd, whereas her mother still
also-
seems a bit naive. No shade.
Lady Danbury is like the person in society.
Yeah, she's the it
like,
girl.
From like, there's the Queen who obviously
Yeah.
like actually runs everything, but then there's also Lady Danbury who plays the Queen.
Plays
the Queen
everyone.
knows. The Queen also knows
Yeah,
and
but
lets
the
it. She
Queen
allows
likes-
it because
yeah.
she likes it.
Yeah.
She's like, you know what?
She brings the mess, the fun, and the energy, and the love stories.
Yeah, it's the same for me. We want the same thing. We
Yeah.
want a fun, shake it up season.
And she's a powerful person. As she said, it's my family's name that's over that door over there, so you better watch who you're talking to. Loved, lived, laughed.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I said it. Okay, you're up.
Okay. Who do you think it's going to be?
I don't know. Bridgerton?
No, it's not. It is another messy matriarch bitch. Lady Portia Featherington.
Oh, I think we should do we have to at the end decide who the top three messiest are.
The top three bitches.
The top three
Yeah,
messiest bitches.
not the top boys,
Messiest bitches
top bitch.
who live for drama.
who are the Tongue's top boys? They're all women, let me tell you
Yeah.
that.
Okay, Lady Featherington. Last season, I didn't see her. I know, I get it. She's like supposed to be like funny and stuff. I didn't see her the way. By the end of this season, she cleared it. I was like, I'll drink to her. Let's have
Absolutely.
a toast.
Toast to
the con
Portia
of the year.
Featherington. The con of the...
She scammed a scammer.
She scammed a scammer. She made the scammer fall in love with her.
She loved him, Loki.
Yeah.
She was horny for him because, like,
I
when
don't think
was the
she
last
loved him,
time?
but I think that she
wanted to
would've-
fuck him. She wanted to get choked out in America.
Yeah, because there's this, like, youngish guy who is, like, inheriting... allegedly, the whole of the Featherington fortune.
But she didn't fancy him until the end.
No, until when they were playing together and he was showing I think she liked him when he was hot for her, and she was like, okay.
But that's how it is I'm generalising, but that's how it is for me. If I'm like in control and a man really respects that and allows me to do my thing, then we can have sex.
Yeah.
Until then, you can shut the fuck up and leave me alone, weirdo. But yeah, that was cute. And he was like their fourth cousin, which was hilarious because it's like, your fourth cousin is like, what is that? Your cousin's cousin?
Yeah.
That's quite far removed.
But also, it's very like, this is some bullshit that he's the one that comes. They're all waiting for him to come and take his position as Lord Featherington when that position was rightfully Portia Featherington. She is Lord and Lady of the manor.
And if it wasn't for her husband being such a fucking mess, it's just like she's always in so much mess because of the men in that family are just tragic. They're all con men.
Oh, they are, yeah.
They're scammers, schemers and con men. They're lowlifes.
I've got to say, there's also like nobody really that's worthy of her to pick up the mantle.
No, she had to run that family.
No, but when she's gone, like her daughters are just...
Yeah, but Penelope, she's a savage in the making if she's not already.
Yeah, I guess.
She is a problem, honey. I mean that in a good way and a bad way.
Yeah.
But yeah, shout out to
Portia Featherington.
Lady Featherington, she's all right. She definitely wanted to get choked out. She should have fucked him and then been like, I'm not coming, sorry, bye.
Yeah,
like
but
Beth did in Good
Girls. It's a bit
Girls.
weird where you're like, let me push you towards being engaged to my daughter. But like, could you imagine if they'd actually gone to the States?
But no, at that point, I was just like, can you just not? When she was like when she set that up, because even if he had loads of money, it's just like, that would have been a miserable life for everyone involved, just so she can be comfortable. I know she was doing what she had to do as a mother, but it was also like, ugh. But when she conned him, but yeah, her daughter getting to the States and being like, oh, cousin Jack and my mum are banging.
Yeah, great.
I think she'd have just taken it on the chin, honestly. She does.
Prudence, I think she's like, I don't really like him anyway. Somebody else, I'll just...
Is what it is.
Yeah.
Who's next?
Do you want to pick it or should I just...
I thought the part where she said that the lands will transfer to the first Featherington man was very convenient, but whatever. Yeah.
But... was it not... Did they not go to a daughter? Or
no, it's like the next
still...
Featherington who has a boy.
Oh, okay.
I thought that was
Yeah, but then there are no Featherington boys because when the women marry... They're not Featheringtons anymore.
I know, but she said when one of my daughters has a
okay,
son,
right, yeah,
he will be Lord Featherington.
Oh.
Miss Delacroix, my bad.
I liked the way that she shut down
another
Benedict.
woman who's always in mess.
Yeah.
Yes.
When he was like, oh,
sorry,
Miss Delacroix, so you're here at my house. And she's like, yeah, doing my fucking job. I'm not here to give you a blowjob, sir. This is my business.
That's what she really wanted to say.
Yeah, and to be honest, she said it because that's what I heard.
I don't think she said it. She was just kind of like...
No, it was like, yeah, no. That's what she was saying. Because he was like, oh, okay, fine. It's like, what did you expect, Benedict?
He was doing
Obviously,
too much. Yeah,
Benedict.
They had a cute time, but I thought he was doing too much with that. It was just like, leave her alone.
Yeah, this is obviously not going to...
It was a one-season thing, and it was like the way it was...
a one season. That was so last season, sweetie.
I know, and
She's
it
got
was
a job
cute
to do.
moment, and it was like super fun and like sweet between them. I felt like it was very genuine. But it didn't feel like a relationship, says the girl who can't tell a relationship from a fuck buddy in my love. But yeah, and also her helping Penelope made sense because, yeah... Just did.
It did, yeah. But Penelope, I think that, I guess we'll get to it when we get to it, but this is related, was doing I don't know, a bit much in the whole. I know she was helping her, but it felt very like, really? Well, what are you gonna like?
What is she getting out of this kind of thing? Like, Penelope's always doing too much. The way she was coming around all nervous, I was like,
it was also like,
get a grip.
Yeah. And what are you gonna do then? So if Madame Delacroix decides this is too hot for my business, I can't be involved in this, are you then just gonna fucking slam her in your stupid pamphlet?
Yeah.
You bitch.
TMZ, I'm telling you. Your turn.
Yeah.
And shout out to Madame Delacroix for getting her some of those rancid dresses back in fashion.
Oh my fucking god.
No shade.
It's Penelope Featherington herself.
I have been dying to talk about Penelope.
Strap in, guys.
Okay, I know she has a huge fan base and she's the reason the show exists.
Does she?
She has.
The reason the show exists is the Bridgertons. It's not called Lady Whisteldown. You wish, bitch.
She's running that thing. She is. Her scandals changed the course of...
Just look at how our tune has changed from last year where we were like, oh my god, Lady Whisteldown, it's Julie Andrews. Oh my god.
No, we were making fun of her.
Yeah.
We were mocking
the drama
her
teacher.
We said she sounded like a drunk drama teacher.
Yeah, we did.
But okay, Penelope, I'm just going to say it, and I'm sorry to her fan base. I get it. Everyone sees her as just a sweet young woman who's doing her best. Don't knock the hustle. You are not running anything of note. You are running fucking the Daily Mail, but you've got better sources. You are running TMZ, and you're acting like I'm a businesswoman.
Absolutely.
She sounds like one of those people who would do an interview and say like, we all have the same 24 hours in a day. She's one of those.
She's Kim Kardashian when she said,
oh my God,
some people just don't want to work.
Yeah, I don't like to reference. Yeah, but
sorry,
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But yeah, a lot of people have said that, to be fair. Everyone's like, she's rise and grind Twitter.
Mm.
And when she said that to Eloise, she was like, at least I do something. I'm like,
you
destroy lives.
Yeah, and it's okay that you're not doing stuff just yet. Relax.
Least I did something. What
you're
did you
18.
do? No, but it's fine that she wants to be a business person or whatever, but what you're saying it like what you do is so
worthwhile.
Yeah, but you're not, you're just
hurting people.
For my entertainment, and I appreciate it, but still, yeah, she's messy. And also, her and Colin at this point, I didn't really... Last season, we talked about how Mariana and Colin should have just got together, and that was a bit, whatever her name is, no shade. The Prosecco has hit. Should have got together, and she was being a hater, but having rewatched it, that was cold. You left your pregnant, and I get it. Before I was like, there's no way they could have had a good relationship.
She was the one, the sister that was being kind. She really lulled Marina into a false sense of security.
And then goes through her, she's doing all sorts of mess that just goes unchecked. And I get it because she's young.
And obsessed. Let's not call it love. You're just obsessed with Colin at this point.
And it's not cute because it's like, if you're about it, tell him you have feelings for him. Say it with your chest. You have not, we've all had to humiliate ourselves, some very recently, to tell a man who isn't shit that we have feelings for them. You have to do it. You can't just be cowering in the background, being manipulative and leaking secrets. She really pissed me off this season. And I get that what she did to Eloise, I get it. But I was glad that Eloise found her out and called her out because she pissed 100%. Me off. Because she needs to get off that high horse and acting like she's a victim of circumstance, because you're not. You are making choices, and some of them are for selfish reasons. You called out your cousin because you didn't want to see Colin trapped in a marriage because you love him so much, but it's because you want him for yourself.
You could have just told Colin, or just being like, listen. And even that, to be honest, it's not your place to say.
I think she did it in the way she did it because it would have been a scandal, so he can't be with her. Because if she told Colin would have been like, I'm going to be the best stepdaddy in the world, because that's how he is.
Yeah.
Oh my God, she pissed me off this season, because this season made me think that what she did last season was messy. She's messy. She's very clever, and I loved her Irish accent, which is the actress's real accent. Yeah. But still, I just felt like it was messy this season. Messy. I didn't want her to be caught, but I wanted better from her. And if she doesn't step her pussy up and get the fuck over Colin, I'm going to lose respect for her next season because I've had enough. I've had enough.
Yeah. But who is... I just...
And then she's writing at the end crying. Some people think that I'll be silenced. What are you thinking you're being silenced? What, you mean your best friend is upset because you told her business to the whole fucking community?
In the name of protecting her from the Queen so that the Queen didn't think that she was Lady Whisteldown.
Which I kind of got.
No, yeah, but that's... You can't do... No, that's...
It's still mess. It's too much mess.
Yeah.
And the way
you put your friend in this situation by even being Lady Whisteldown,
and
now your way to rectify it is like, oh, don't worry, I'll fix it by ruining you.
I got it. And Madame Delacroix was like, you could just print something she would never say about herself. But it's just like, it's the way she was like, at least I did something, honey.
That, was cruel.
Like, you are literally TMZ announcing the death of somebody before their family has a chance to even know in private. Like, what you're doing is not... At this point, I think you're just toxic. I'm sick of you.
Also, like, give Eloise a chance. I feel like she could do something. She is still a child. She is still a young woman. Like, let her just
trying to justify her own bullshit.
Yeah.
But also, I guess she's proud of what she's built. But anyway, basically, I'm annoyed with her, and I'm starting to see her as a real villain.
But then every show needs a villain. There isn't really like what other villain is there in Bridgerton?
No, but they're all supposed to be heroes and villains. None of them are good.
Real life people.
Yes. Once upon a time, honey.
Absolutely.
Who's next?
Okay.
Is it me?
It's you.
Oh, God, I hate picking. Because these fucking gloves. Okay. Benedict Bridgerton.
You hate Benedict Bridgerton.
I don't hate him.
I've never really had an
him.
issue with him, and now I'm beginning to think, do I? Apart from that whole bit I said about
the only time you ever mentioned him, you slagged him off.
True. I did in that moment. I was a bit like, Benedict, you need to put it back in your pants.
But he did.
Well, yeah, but after she had to be like, please stop, like, I'm trying to get out. You are literally in the doorway, like, blocking it with your whole body.
Hey, baby girl, can I get a hug?
Yeah,
no.
and it's just like, she's here, like, can you not see her whole your whole family are there? Give the woman some, like, respect in her business.
I enjoy him as a character. He's really helpful to move the storyline on. I think him and Eloise are cute.
He does do a thing where it's like, come on,
his dialogue is essential to, like, the plot.
Yeah.
Like, that's all I'll say about him.
Absolutely, yeah.
I don't love him, I don't hate him, I'm neutral towards him. He comes across as, like, very spoiled. I know he feels very sorry for himself because he feels like his artistic career was bought, but it's also like, honey...
I would be like... why don't you just go and thank...
No, you'd be devastated, and so would I. Don't lie.
No, but would I...
find out...
I guess, yeah, you
because
would.
It doesn't feel like you're there by merit.
But now I'm like, okay, well, what are you going to do, Benedict? Okay, so you've dropped out of college. So what are you going to do? You want to be an artist still.
Yeah.
You were literally learning how to do it, and you've just... And you're proving yourself. You're obviously talented. Yeah, there's going to be people that say, well, you bought your way in, and you did, but you are still proving that there's something there. Now what are you going to do?
Also, as a rich man, you can create exhibitions, you can put other people on, you could help. Like, you could help
use
in
your
the community.
Platform.
What are we doing right now? What is this? But yeah, Benedict...
Exactly, it's a lost opportunity for him to have actually used his position.
I agree.
Yeah.
Also, but it's not that I don't like him. It's just I'm more neutral towards him. And I feel like his whole poetry thing means that his love story is going to be sexy.
You keep saying this about poetry.
Yeah, because I know he needs to, like, learn some things. He's too childish at the moment.
Yeah, he needs to be taught some things.
Him on the tea was hilarious. Though.
Yeah. But then also remember, I was expecting a bit more of, like, maybe he will have the homoerotic experience.
I don't think so. He came off
a bit homophobic, but I thought that might be because he just didn't understand and was a bit shocked and a bit...
He didn't.
Yeah,
but I think they're gonna excuse me, I'm so sorry. At some point, they're going to have to bring in some sort of like queer love story.
But yeah, it's
like,
very straight at the moment. They're really just being like, the niche that we are, not niche, but they like the diversity that we are exploring in this show is interracial love. But we need some more. We need some other kind of things, but there is a lot of interracial couples. Maybe we should have put that as a name in that.
I am not touching.
We can't talk about Bridgerton and not talk about race.
Oh no! When do we ever talk about anything and not talk about race, honey? Let's all grow up. Can't talk about leaving the house without talking about race.
This one.
Who is it?
The Cowpers.
Blondes?
Cressida, yeah.
I mean, we all enjoy watching someone with blonde hair and blue eyes get shaded. So that's all I'll say.
I'm going to say sorry, but actually, that's accurate.
Oh god!
Especially in a show where people of color are like getting their limelight. It's nice to see.
Daphne.
Oh, I liked Daphne.
I liked her in this season. It was cute.
And that's all I'll say. No, I liked her in this. I thought that, she'd obviously like mellowed a bit. She's not as like naive and whatever.
She's got her biracial baby and she is living.
She's parading that baby around.
That baby was gorgeous.
Absolutely stunning. And she...
Not because the baby was biracial. I'm sorry, I'm not one of those people. I need that on record. Let's move on.
But... she was the one that really notices and was really calling like Anthony out. But who could not notice? Like,
because he was horny for her.
They both were. Those looks
at the dinner table. Oh my god! When Daphne was like,
yeah,
he's like sitting there like staring at her, and Daphne's like.
What's everybody else not seeing? Guys, come on.
I know when she walked into that room and then her brother was like, well, I'm a man and I didn't do anything, so I don't have to. She wanted to drop kick him.
Yeah.
Because he literally called a duel and was trying to kill her future baby daddy. Like, you can't do that.
Yeah.
But he forced his hand and then they got married. Okay, your turn.
No, you put out Daphne, and that's all we'll say.
Yeah, Daphne did a good job this season.
Yeah, and I was glad
immaculate,
that she was in it, even though it was just short. That she wasn't a main thing. It was like, I'm happy that we still
keep that role because she's needed. Yeah.
Who is it? It's the man himself. Lord. Bridgerton.
And Saviour, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Bridgerton.
Anthony Bridgerton, who last season I was like, whatever.
He was, but to be fair, he wasn't, the thing I like about him, he's never on the side. He was the most misogynistic fucking arsehole. So he really left an impression.
Yeah.
But this season?
He left an impression still.
I'm trying not to be... I'm trying not to be a mess. Oh my god. He did what was needed.
He did what had to be done.
Okay, so Simon last season was obviously, I'm not going to lie, sexual awakening. And this season Anthony was like, that's, oh my god. I don't know how to put it
We don't have the words.
That's, the tension, the looks,
the sexual tension, like just the the scene when he walks past Kate and their pinkies. So that actually is apparently a
reflex.
South Indian, a wedding thing. That's something, or that kind of like thing plays a part. I obviously did no research, but there are quite a lot of like
no shade, but learn your own.
I know.
I'm joking.
I was not.
We're friends. I can say.
Nobody taught me any of this culture.
Yeah, but you know bits.
Bits, yeah, but not like in detail. But also, and I guess we'll get to it when we talk about the Charmers. Yeah. But for me, seeing that kind of like, I wish I'd had that growing up. Because I love period dramas. We both do. But we don't see people of colour in period dramas unless it's a very like highly stereotyped kind of
I hate the phrase people of colour. I know it's like everybody's thing, but I don't like it.
What?
Just like non-white people.
Okay.
I know that makes people feel uncomfortable, but it's just like I don't
non-white people.
Yeah, non-European people.
But we like, and also the Charmers are a or at least Kate and Edwina, like very obviously South Indian as well. They're speaking Tamil, well not speaking Tamil, like the things that they're like Appa, Amma, that's like that's Tamilian. Like my family is, or my Indian roots are like Tamilian. They're from Tamil Nadu. And so it just was like just really amazing to see like this fancy white man being attracted to an Indian woman. And
it's not so much that, it's just like, because to be honest, I kind of like, I get it, it's like a part of being desired, it's like you want to like be desired, but it's not so much that the idea that this white man desires her, it's the fact that she brought that motherfucker to his fucking knees.
Yeah, she did.
She brought him to his knees.
Yeah.
He was eating pussy outside. Okay.
Yeah, he was.
Sorry to be messy.
It was on for like a couple of seconds, but we clocked it.
I couldn't miss it.
How could you? Just those eyes staring
finger
up.
in the mouth? Hey. Sorry, but I just think the two of them were just perfect for each other.
Yeah.
They're both brilliant actors. Mm-hmm. They brought the romance. Yeah.
The romance.
The toxicity.
The irritation that they had with each other.
Yeah.
That is what I want.
Calling each other out on their shit.
I
relentlessly.
Yeah.
And especially there was moments like, okay, so when he goes after the family, you know, the way he shaded that family and kicked them out.
Oh my God.
I know the younger sister, Edwina, thought it was about her, but really he was sticking up for his baby girl.
100%.
Even though that's the thing, he was pissed at her because she lied to him in a way.
Yeah, but he's still going to be like, you do not fucking disrespect.
You don't ever.
Fuck off.
Oh,
Lord and Lady Sheffield.
Loved
Fuck
that.
Right off.
That was hot for me. And then the way she went to him afterwards, even though he was so mad, he still had time for her. End the show.
Oh, just everything about seeing those two on screen together. You just knew you were in for like some feels.
Yeah.
They
were so good. From the first scene, the way that she caught his eye, the way that he like rode after her was some Once Upon a Time shit when she was on that horse. I love that. Oh my
God, I'm getting goosebumps.
It was lush. That scene was gorgeous.
You then put them together in a fucking library and you're expecting me not to like just...
And the way that the intensity in which when he was speaking to her was just unbelievable. Like so raw.
The way that he was just like kept repeating or kept having to like affirm to himself and to, or just I think more to himself to be like, I'm a gentleman, like I'm a gentleman, I'm a gentleman, control yourself, hold it together, you can't go
I'm
there,
about to
stop
you.
this. He's just like, but fuck me, I like,
oh my
but
God,
also like that level of like, I did quite appreciate the level of self-control that it was like, you know what, I'm not going to do this,
because lust is so demonized. Like people demonize lust as if it's like the opposite of love is lust, and it's not true. You can't have
lust
real
in
passion.
Love. Yeah,
like, it's gorgeous to see, and I love that in this romantic story. I know all the Bridgerton love stories are toxic as fuck, and I get that, but I love the like realness and the lust, and I love that there's always a layer of like resistance, because they don't want to like surrender to love, because that's very difficult, and for most people who find that really difficult, I think that's why we love it so much, because it's like there is like a fight for it, but not fighting for bullshit, not like fighting because you've cheated on me 20 times but I'm going to fight to stay with you. It's like really fighting to break down barriers within myself and you, so we can like just be honest about how we feel and come together. It's beautiful, honey. We love to see it. We love to see it. And that wet shirt scene,
yeah, do I have screenshots of it?
And even his friend from Oxford, I was like, I get it.
Yeah.
When he came over all jealous to tie the knot, he is such a prick.
And how could
Edwina's very naive though.
Until she's not, but then she just has a moment where she's like, when she opens her eyes, she fucking opens her eyes and she sees it.
It was so bad that they did that at the wedding. I was like, can you stop staring at her?
You have to stop.
He blacked out.
He fully had a fantasy
of
and lost himself.
Also, I will say one criticism of him. When he proposed to her, he was being messy. And then for him to be like,
Yeah.
just such a fuckboy move.
And then
I'm
to
gonna
make
propose
it
to your
your
sister,
problem.
unless you don't want me to.
I'm like, don't put that on her. You know full well that she cannot. She has no power in this society. She can't do any. You have to be the one that
says
fucking
no
sorts
and
this out.
yeah, goes around.
And ultimately, it's Edwina that sorts it out.
She does. She
It's
is
not
actually
like
the hero
Anthony
of this
was
season.
going to go through with this.
He's a mess.
And then have his, and knowing full well that his last shred of honour would snap at some point.
No, they just wouldn't have, they would have
Well,
stayed
she would have
away
gone back
from
to
each other.
India,
I don't
right?
think
She just
I
would have,
really
like-
don't think they would have done that. That's what, and then it kind of makes you kind of rethink.
Yeah.
On this podcast, we have really gone for somebody who was in love with their, or was having a relationship with their brother's partner, but maybe
Who
it was
was
like
it?
this situation was Ryan Giggs. But it's also because Ryan Giggs has done some really bad stuff in life, so it's just like you kind of, not in his professional life, he's a hero in his professional life, but I mean off the pitch.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I don't think we just have to just talk about this
He
very
shouldn't have proposed.
briefly.
That was messy.
Shouldn't have proposed. It
But
was messy.
Also, we need mess in this show. That's why it's so
Well,
good.
it's pure mess. It has to be.
Such a mess. They just kept escalating the mess and acting like it was their duty to escalate mess. Your duty is not to be a messy fucking bitch who lives for drama. That's not your duty.
No.
But yeah.
One thing that we just have to say on Anthony, because like I've been posting about it relentlessly, is just, and this will be the last
When he
thing.
drank the wine and he looked hot as fuck.
Oh, that. No, the line to end all
Okay,
lines.
that's not really what got me so. I'm sorry, that's not really what. That wasn't the absolute hand around the throat for me, but I liked it.
No, there were things before that, even before that, where it was
It's
like
when he said something about there are things I could teach you.
yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's the thing where
Was
he
that
said
in the same speech?
which.
When he said you're the bane of
Yeah,
my...
he's like,
Oh,
you
what?
are the bane of my existence and the object of my every desire. Night and day, I think of you.
Honey.
Do you know all the ways a lady can be seduced? The things I could teach
Stop the tape.
you. Don't rewind it.
Don't
Stop
rewind it.
it. It's
Eject
over.
it. I'm
Fucking
done.
hell. That, like...
When he said that thing about... Because, like...
You're not that's not something... And all the people hate us saying that there's not enough sex in it. You saying that to me?
It's because they're not bratty subs. This was literally
my
for
God.
us.
Made for us.
We, the bratty sub community,
Yeah.
salute you.
Exactly. We thank you. That
was
fed
it.
us for days.
Yeah, that was the one.
Yeah.
And it kind of like, maybe terribly, maybe it's bad, kind of reaffirmed like why I do the things I do. Because like there'll be like certain like men that I lust after and I'm just like, why am I doing this? And I'm like, oh, that's why.
Because of Anthony Bridgerton.
Yeah, because of those moments.
Yes, those fucking moments that literally will feed us for days, weeks, months, years.
But I'd rather be having sex like that, to be honest. I don't care what it's called, the label. And that's why I'm a problematic queen. Shout out to everybody who has that in a healthy
Oh
relationship.
my God. And tell us how. DM us and tell us how
Was it
you
like
did it.
Bridgerton? Tell me.
Yeah.
Were you on a horse? Did you have a near-death experience? Did he
my
have to
God.
save your life?
Oh,
Show's a fucking mess.
so is.
Okay,
All right,
who's
go
next? What a legend.
on. What a legend. Thank you, Anthony. You gave it.
Okay. Why is this so hard to open? Okay, Prudence Featherington. She's the older sister, right?
She's the older sister. Yeah, she's the one
She's so dumb, but she's kind of funny.
Yeah, she just doesn't give a like. She's
She
not in
doesn't
it
care,
for.
and I
She's
like it.
yeah, she's over it. She's just like, why?
Then they were like, the young lady has a way of attracting attention to herself. He's out there like, with her ring. Oh, she doesn't even care about this guy. And she's like, oh, cousin Jack, that was so funny. Stop calling him that. She's a comedy character for sure.
Yeah, you got to have a few of those in there.
Yeah, and teasing her sister about writing to Colin was cruel. They need to stop bullying her. Because they're the
That's
reason
what- yeah,
she's turning into a menace because they won't stop bullying her. Now
Yeah.
she's running in a gossip column enterprise.
You did this, Prudence.
Yeah, Prudence, you helped create this beast.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say.
Same.
Who's next?
I like how we had a little interlude there before we really get into it.
Who's next?
The one and only Miss Sharma,
Okay.
aka Kate, aka Kathina.
AKA arguably the best character Bridgerton has ever fucking seen.
Yeah.
What a fucking icon.
What a legend.
Let's not get emotional. I'm talking to myself. I'll start light.
Okay.
The underwear that she wore.
Is that really of all the
That's
things
light.
we're going into?
That's light. Let's ease
she
into
really
it.
could rock a frock.
Because
No,
the thing
that-
is,
sorry,
if we
that
go to the other
lavender set-
side,
I've
drank enough to get emotional. So
I think
let's
it's
start
not
light.
lavender. I think it's lilac as a
Yeah.
nod to
Yeah.
like true love, first love. True
Oh,
love?
she always wore purple and lilac. I just thought that was her thing.
No, not always. But I think the underwear, it like that. Maybe I'm reading too much into it, but I think that that's a thing because
Yeah.
like lilac's like the father's favorite flower.
Okay.
Lilac is like Daphne is talking about adding more lilac in the bunches of the ball to be like because lilac like
my
signifies
God.
first love or real love. No, I think it's true love. And
Oh.
Anthony took that dress off, saw that lilac, and was like,
Honey, he took
Absolutely.
that fucking dress off.
"Yeah, he did."
She was gone.
As I
Gone
would
with
be.
the wind, fabulous.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get into the serious shit.
Yeah.
First of all, has to be said, to see a dark-skinned woman
Absolutely.
like own the stage like that
Yeah.
was legendary.
Incredible.
She's a brilliant actress.
Love her.
Love
Yeah.
her in real life. Don't know her.
Don't know. I wish I
A
did.
fashion icon, but also a woman who is like really about that life. Like she doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
She's like genuine. First of all, she's riding on her own. She's an independent woman.
Yeah.
They're giving the charmings, to be honest.
No, don't.
They are. When Snow White was out in
I
the
guess,
woods.
yeah.
You hate the charmings.
Sorry, I just do. I don't know why. They just irritate me so much.
You're allowed to hate them because
Yeah.
they're like, these guys are more like realistic. Her rebellious spirit, and then her like, I think a lot of people can relate to her as a woman because it's just like feeling, especially like, I know we're not the oldest sisters, but that feeling of like family responsibility
yeah.
that people forget that women are under. Like we're not all out here living this like fantasy, like a lot of us have a lot of like familial pressure that we have to deal with.
Yeah.
And we're like the caretakers of our entire family and we have to hold that together and navigate that throughout our lives. So to see that on screen.
Yeah.
And she's so young, but she's taken
6
on
and
so
20.
much. She's given up on life. And I
Yeah.
feel like in a lot of ways that's relatable too.
For her sister to have
Yeah,
the best life.
The best life.
What I found weird was why, and I suppose they deal with it to try and say that Kate really stepped into the role of like matriarch when her father
She's
died.
the head of the household.
Because her mother just was too devastated to do that.
And also
Similar to
no
Anthony
shade.
Bridgerton.
Yeah,
I mean, he was the lord, so
100%.
he always had to, but he did have to step into that role when Lady Bridgerton just fell apart.
Yeah, and it's also that I know this is maybe a bit sexist, but in that from that London society, you can see how the women kind of, they run things for sure, but as they get older, as their husbands die and stuff, different women have to take on different roles. But some women are left like a bit more of a life of luxury, so they don't really have to get into the nitty gritty. And like, I felt like her mother was like that, so it's just like she's still a bit like in La La
because she's
Land,
come
no
here
shade.
and like Lady Danbury's really the one that's actually doing the looking after them. Kate's the one that's then liaising with the grandparents and doing the kind of like low level scheming.
And also doing too much like Anthony was doing, because it's like, we talked about this in the podcast before, when you take on stuff and you do stuff, nobody fucking asked you to do that.
No one wanted it, and then you expect like gratitude for something that people are like,
nobody wants you to do
you've made
that.
things worse actually for
like,
you and me.
And if you just told me the truth and we just talked about it wouldn't have been all this.
Yeah.
But she was trying to give her sister a
Again,
better life.
relatable.
So relatable.
Yeah.
But an iconic character, honestly.
Incredible.
Oh, the two of them. We talked about it already with Anthony, like all their scenes, calling out on his bullshit, and also trying to protect her sister from this guy who's being a fucking menace. I know she loves him, Loki.
But she truly wasn't keeping... I don't think her intentions of keeping them apart were also pure, because it was like, Anthony Bridgerton is not good for you, not least because he is actually not in love with you.
Exactly.
So you shouldn't even, whether I'm with him or not, like, he doesn't, this is not right.
This isn't right. And then when she really, but the thing is, the reason it's like a bit problematic, it's like even when he reads that poem, the look she would give him was so fucking earnest when he looked at her and he stopped reading the poem, because she was just like, it's just her eyes, meeting her eyes, it's like it made him a better man. He's like, I can't be full of shit in front of her.
Yeah. She did make him a better man.
She did.
She fucking made him.
And in a weird way, as much as it sickens me to give a man a credit for a woman, he made her better too in some ways. And thank God she had that near-death experience, so she didn't have to face the consequences of her messy actions.
Did she know what she was doing? I mean, she's a very accomplished writer, so some might say. No, I know, I'm not.
Oh, that's the quickest way to get
and then the way that he was so... this is just shows me, and I'm sure a lot of people would say that would not give any acting credits to these people, but I just think they're brilliant. The way that, like, when Lady Bridgerton comes and tells Anthony that she's woken up, like, his reaction to that, how it was just like he just crumpled and fell apart because he was like, I'm so like, wow, thank God, but also was just still so sad because he can't he still can't really like get over what happened to his dad and that whole thing. I thought it was just the nuance was brilliant for me.
But it was just like, this show is literally, season 1 and 2 is about men who look to basically men who get engaged instead of going to therapy. That's the premise.
Yeah,
of the
rushing
show.
Into getting
it's like you're scared to fall in love because you don't want to lose that love. I recently had someone say to me, we're talking about pets, and I was like, oh, I want a dog eventually. And they said to me that I wouldn't want a pet because I've seen my friends or heard how upset people are when their dogs pass away or their animals pass away, and I wouldn't want to go through that. And I was like, but the love that you have for your pet makes it worth it. Like, it's grief is like part of love. It's a part of in when you love anyone. And I just thought that was very telling. Like, I can't believe these people are... Anyway, I just thought, like, that's interesting. Yeah. The bee sting was the sweetest moment. Okay, when she...
that is true. He did have a point. I know that she was trying to calm him down, but
I thought she was trying to regulate his breathing. I genuinely thought that. I know it got hot. She was trying to show, like, actually, I'm about, like, listen to my heartbeat. It's fine. Listen to your heartbeat. And she was, but it was also like, you have put a man's hand on your breast, and you know that this is... He was above. It was the chest part. It was the rib
but in those dresses where you, like, everything... Come on, like, you do... Like, come on, put your hand... If you put your hand on your heart now, tell me you're not touching your tit.
I'm not. I don't know where my heart is.
Left side. Other side. No, because your heart is not up here. Your heart is,
That's where I feel my heart. So, it doesn't work. I thought it was a beautiful moment because we talked about this recently, how, like, so into love lately, how, like, we literally, like, humans need relationships because we regulate each other's, like, emotions, and babies need to be held because it regulates, like, their hormones. I just thought that was, like, a beautiful moment demonstrating how, like, love and relationships,
and
like,
it was love. It wasn't
calm
like
each other down.
That wasn't. Yeah, obviously it was sexual because they are super hot for each other, but it was also just when I think they're realizing, like, oh whoa,
it wasn't until afterwards though they were like, oh shit, I'm gonna fuck him. I'm gonna ruin that man's life on my own. Oh my God, and then her sister. But her sister pushing her, like, I'm only rolling my eyes because her sister then started pushing her to spend more time with him.
No, but that was dumb. It was like, are you...
Yes, like, now you're doing too much. She's like, because
go
she's
out
super,
and be
like,
alone with him.
perceptive.
Because it's also still, like, you can't... In this day and age, you can't, like... Men and women can't be alone together still.
No.
So why are you then being like, but it's fine because obviously he loves me.
And I think that she just didn't see that her sister would ever have a desire.
Because she just didn't see her in that way. Because it was like, well, I guess it's like, yeah, she just accepted the fact that it was like, Kate was just like, no, we're not here for me. We're here for you.
Yeah.
I'm not here to get married. That's like she took that off the table, and Edwina just accepted it. Like, cool. Well, that then obviously means that you just don't have those kinds of feelings, or don't want
and
love,
maybe
or
she
don't
just
want.
didn't think about it because they didn't get on. So she was just
Well, they got on so well.
but she doesn't know that they met before.
Oh, sorry. I thought you meant Edwina and her sister. I was like, they are like.
No, they're the best of friends.
Yeah.
A true sisterly bond.
Mm.
But yeah.
Kate and Anthony.
Yeah.
I
when
was
she was
very-
in that boat with the Oxford, I kind of loved that.
Yeah.
God, they were okay. We have to talk about the altar scene because I think they were messy on the altar. That was too much for me. What he should not have.
But that's not. It wasn't Kate.
That wasn't her, but the way she was twisting that bangle and staring at him. I know it was supposed to be like symbolic because it should have been her wedding, but honey, stand up, stop it. She was just like, she was gone.
Yeah. But at that point, I also think you just imagine you are watching the.
No, I can't imagine it. I can't imagine it because it's going to happen one day. That's my future. I already know. I'm sorry. I've accepted that.
But not the part where you end up with them.
No.
Like you're the love of your life marries someone else.
Like the film My Best Friend's Wedding always made me uncomfortable, and I couldn't quite put my finger on why. But now I know it's because
it's your future.
Also, she was being messy too. What was she doing? Just tell him, and then if he doesn't like it, firm it. Not that anyone has ever done that in the history of mankind, but you can't do that. He was anyway.
I feel like we can't move on from that, but we need to. They're
going to come back up anyway. It's
of course they are. Love them.
Love them.
Definitely, I felt that more than Daphne and Simon.
I could not say the same. They were also...
No, they were super hot, but also it was a very, very different situation because that happened so quickly. Like, we've never had a watch TV show, for me, that because it moved so quickly, like they were married already by season 4, and you're like, episode 4, and you think, okay, well, we've still got loads to go. Where's this going to go? It was a very different story, whereas this was, it was a more of a forbidden love kind of.
But in a way, like Simon, they were both delusional. I don't know, having rewatched it now, I don't know, I think her and Simon were so fucking hot. He taught her how to masturbate. Honey. He gave her head on the stairs.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry, less of
No, of course they were absolutely I think it's just because
the love story was more developed but then the
you
consequence
didn't get,
of that is you don't get the hot sex scene.
Yeah, absolutely.
You don't get to see how they would have been in marriage. They'll be beefing in that house.
Yeah.
But in a good way.
Yeah.
Also, I like the Bridgerton embraces that even if you're super in love with someone, even if it's true love, you're still going to argue and stuff.
Oh,
and dog. Yeah, it's just part of life. Never top that.
Because there's nothing. But I can make you a gin and tonic.
Yes.
Let's take a short break, guys. Or a break, or do you want to do some filler?
A short break.
Okay, we'll be back after a quick G&T break. Welcome back, guys. Or should we say we've come back? I don't know. We've made some gin. We've had some gin. We're drinking some gin. And we are back in the hat.
Yes.
It's
Is it my
your
turn?
Yeah, we just ended on Kate, right?
Yes, that was... we did the power couple. We did the it couple of the season.
Yeah, it's all filler from here on, guys.
Yeah. Philippa Featherington, she couldn't get her dowry paid and she got it paid and she married that corpse-looking man. I'm glad she made it. Shout out to her.
Yeah, but her parents were just being a bit too much. Where's the dowry? His parents, sorry.
Yeah. Been 7 years though.
Yeah, but you got a fake dowry. You got a glass necklace. Glass ruby necklace.
No, he sold fake jewels so they got cash. They didn't get ripped off.
Did they?
The person he sold,
Yeah, okay, cool. Well,
yeah.
There you go. Good for her.
Shout out to her. Yeah, next.
I'm picking out all the good ones.
Who?
Edwina. I don't know if this is good, but I'm picking out all the main.
Okay.
The top 3.
So she is, at first, kind of, I know this sounds dramatic. I don't want to overstate harm, but at first she's kind of like a victim of other people's schemes.
Yeah, totally.
And then she's pissing me off with her stupidity. And then an icon is born.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Yeah, I'm glad to see. Although I guess we're not going to really see her story play out. But I
She'll
think
be in it a bit, I think.
Will end up with the prince.
100%.
I think the queen just wants her in her.
She's
her
perfect.
family.
She really is, but she's not perfect in an annoying way.
I don't think the prince is
He's
really
vacant.
up for her.
He would be. He just likes nice ladies.
Up for her in the set, like he doesn't deserve it. He's not like.
He's nice though. He's a good guy.
A lovely, good person, but it's just like Edwina is like.
But she's also like nice. She just wants a nice time. Imagine the two of them in their library and she's reading him a story. I can see it.
I think she now sees what Kate and Anthony have, and she's like, I want a slice of that passion.
I think, yeah, but remember how she was into that guy? That was stressing me out because she dismissed him. The guy who was like reading her poetry and stuff, she loved that guy. Not loved, but she liked that guy.
Racist? No? What?
No. Yeah, the guy, the racist, who was so
Anthony,
dumb.
so we didn't even talk about how Anthony was pretty, he was just like, he really threw around his name. He threw around his family and that, and like, fucked it. He was like, go get some lemonade. I'm sitting here now. Bye-bye.
Oh my God. And then ended up beefing with the woman he loved the whole time. Yeah. That man is a mess. Anyway, I thought she, like, when she ran out of there, because they were doing entirely too much, in my opinion. I get that they had to really sell it to us, but that scene was like, if you don't relax, you are at your sister's wedding and you are getting married, sir. Face your fucking front. He was technically.
Yeah.
He was just only at a slight angle. But yeah, when she saw it, she did it. She was pissed.
Yeah. And that was her awakening.
And then she was just mad, which I would be, because remember when they were dancing and the two of them were like, I mean, obviously the scenes where they like couldn't stop staring at each other, which was quite cute. They were just so awkward between each other.
Who?
Anthony and Kate.
Yeah.
But then when they were dancing, when they had the ball and no one came because Eloise had been like, her name got called out. That was a mess. I would have been fucking fuming.
Sorry. Yeah, I was still just thinking, oh, no one's coming because of the scandal of the wedding. But you're right. Yeah, it was. Maybe I needed a second watch just to pick up the.
That scandal wasn't that bad.
Well, because it's just something that somebody wrote in fucking a pamphlet, and I know Lady Whisteldown has some like gorgeous chops, but she's not the powerhouse that she was in season 1. I don't think. I don't think people are holding as much stock by.
I think they are. It's more that the secret she's revealing. She's not like, this woman is pregnant with a baby. That's insane.
Yeah, it's like Eloise is
consorting with people of lower classes, which I know is like a big deal, but it's like also like, it's fine. I'll blow over.
It's not that.
Yeah.
Sorry, Edwina. I was like, who are we talking about?
That's all I have to say about Edwina, to be honest.
Yeah. And also, good for you for calling out Kate.
Yeah, because Kate was being messy at the end of the day.
You know what? I don't like who we are. Can we just like, and if you want to do something for you, if you just want to, like, you need to fucking live in your truth. You've created this mess and it's because you fucking love this guy. So can you just do something about this? Because you've like ruined a lot of stuff. And now it's not, if you don't even go after this, it's for nothing.
I mean, she's lucky she almost died. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. But I will also say, I do think, as we've both got sisters, there is a moment, probably with all siblings, but particularly with your sister, where we never had a conversation, me and my sister, but your relationship switches from more like dutiful, making sure each other's doing what you're supposed to be doing, to like more of a genuine relationship.
Friends, yeah.
And it's just a beautiful thing, because like, that's somebody who's literally, and I don't want anyone who's beefing with their siblings to feel bad, because I also beef with my siblings, don't get it twisted.
We don't know your business, so we can't tell you how to. Yeah,
because I think that whole you should be close to your siblings thing doesn't work for everyone. Yeah. But it's like someone who really, that's the person who gets it, who gets you. They know what you've like, how you've been brought up, what is expected of you, which is difficult for a stranger to know. And like they just love you anyway, and like it's just
they
nice.
know why you're acting the way that you're acting.
Yeah, they get it.
They know that you're your own worst enemy.
But they also know like historical context.
Absolutely. Why they know why you're your and I say they know because it's like I am my worst enemy. I don't think my sister is her own worst enemy at all.
She probably is in ways.
In
It's
some
just
ways,
she's
yeah,
an older
but
sister. Your older sister has that burden. It's like they do. That's why I thought Encanto was so good. Your older sister has such a burden to be that, because both of our sisters are quite like, they're like bossy in a good way. Like they're the boss. Do you know what I mean? They run their lives.
And our lives.
And our lives.
Yeah.
And our
and
lives.
We need it.
Oh my God. And our careers.
And our careers and everything. We toast our sisters.
Everything. Like that's what older sisters really like. Hold it down.
Hold it together, yeah.
And it's because they've always had to be that strong person.
Yeah.
So, like, that's why they know our weaknesses more than we know theirs, because they've always had to hold it together.
Because we're the
mess.
Well, we're the middle ones. We're just like, we are weak as hell. We are a mess. We wear it on our sleeves. You can see everything. We are like, you're
But
right.
they've never had that opportunity because they've always had to be responsible.
Yeah.
Oh, one more toast for the older sisters. That's why this season was so good. But yeah.
Yeah. It had,
Edwina was a sweetheart. I liked her a lot.
she was a sweetheart.
She was so cute
And
as well.
I think,
so sweet.
you know, she showed a lot of grace.
I liked that she forgave her and wanted her to be happy.
Yeah.
Honestly, if anybody's out there and you're dating a guy, right, even if you're engaged to be married.
No, but if you know that he's in love with somebody else and that person feels the same, you
Let
just
them
have to
have it.
like. I know it hurts and it stings, and I'm sure that that's in my future. To you, I'm like, I have to be like, okay, Ruth, fine. Take my husband. I'll allow it.
Never.
See, you say that. We say to people, look, you need to let that person go. You need to let them have their love. But yet, if you were the other person, you'd
No, I mean, I'd never do that to you. I wouldn't. It's too messy.
I just don't think we'd be into the same person.
But if
more likely you'd be like, why
take
are
him.
you marrying him? Necessarily.
No, I'd be
He's
like,
an
please
idiot.
take this guy. I think he's perfect for me. I think that's happened. Oh no, it's just different. It's Tinder. I've definitely seen a guy on Tinder and thought, oh my God, for Natalie. It happens. Yeah, like, oh my God, you'd be great for my friend. It happens. If I went on it, because they get engaged so quickly. So the equivalent now is us going on a few dates with someone and liking each other and getting to the point where we might want to make it official, but something's missing. And then if I genuinely, I know this is going to sound like I'm lying, but if I genuinely thought, if I was, because you know I'm always unsure as it is, and you and this guy have a spark that's way more than me and him, and I'm not really on it, I would obviously be like, you should get with him.
You would pull me to one side.
I'd be like, Natalie, please, for the love of God.
Yeah, I've seen somebody else.
I can see it on my wedding day being like, the dress will probably fit you. You're like,
we're all here anyway. Sure, it's my
your
family,
mom.
but like, who would you invite anyway? But my family.
Your sister's already there. Let's just make it happen.
Yeah,
Let's just switch.
God.
Oh my God, so
The
messy.
trash that we.
Yeah, we'd definitely pull. And you'd just be like, sure.
Yeah. Edwina. Yeah, that's it. But like, good for her. Handled it with
Unrealistic,
grace.
but loved it.
Yeah. She should have.
In real
I
life,
wish
they'd
she'd
never
wised up
speak
a bit
again.
sooner, but you know, we needed the scene in the chapel.
Yeah. I can't believe they're not allowed to kiss. That would make a
I
kiss
say,
so hot.
like, why? And I know, I suppose we'll get to her when we get to her. But where the fuck is Lady Sharma in all of this? You need to fucking step your pussy up, bitch, and fucking die.
She did not have a clue until that moment when she was like, "There's so much you've kept from us. Us, you should know."
Yeah, how did you not know?
Yeah, but
Come
then
on.
oh my God, my whole arse is out. I'm gonna have to move this cushion. Sorry, listeners.
Yeah,
This dress is not fit me.
viewers. Not sorry.
Viewers, take it how you will. No, I'm
Take
joking.
it.
I'm sorry.
All right. Is it? Yeah, it's me.
Yeah. No, you pick the
Did
good
I?
character. Yeah.
I didn't pick Edwina. Oh, I did.
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought we were talking about Lady Sharma. I was like, we just talked about B character. That's obviously one of your picks.
Okay. Will Modric and his wife Emma.
Modric.
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 It's Modric.
I don't know why I didn't write down
His wife's name, because we did it separately. It's not your fault.
Caroline, I want to say.
She told him to mind his business, which is the iconic line of the season. Guys, if you're listening to this, mind your business.
Yeah.
And I love it when someone tells you to mind your own business, because that's when you always double down and you're like, I'm absolutely
this is my business. Okay, I will mind my business, and I've made this my business. Okay.
I'm a man of honour, and that is my business.
Yeah. Actually,
and he just basically spends a season
gentleman.
He's like, I'm a working person who's actually had to build my fortune now, listening to all these fucking inheriting pricks.
Yeah. Set up a social club, a gentleman's club.
You do know that we've been members of whatever it's called.
No, that was Anthony. At that point, I was
Anthony's
like, Anthony, you are doing entirely too much. You need
He's always doing too much.
You can go to multiple clubs. And when was the last time you were at the club? Unless the brothel is the club.
Shout out to the real money makers. We need a sex worker special.
Absolutely. Shout out to those hustlers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I will say this season, the cut of his beard with the shaved head, I'm not always a fan of a beard, but he had a low beard with a bald head, which is... Because when people shave their head and have a beard... I know this is going to seem like a weird thing to talk about. They always let their beard get really bushy.
No, it needs to be nice, a close...
A close...
Yeah.
He
did look good,
smoking.
Yeah.
Not that that's what it's about. And to be honest, one of my exes had a brief phase after he cheated on me and he saw God and he fainted. I swear to God, that was how he got out of it.
Wait, sorry. Did he see God and then faint, or faint and then see God, or faint and saw God when he was
God
down?
and fainted. That's how he got out of it. And I was like, well, now I have to get back. But he, obviously, you know when someone has a spiritual awakening, they shave their head. I don't know if you guys know that, but it happens a lot.
But to let go of what, like vanity, or...
No, it just happens. Like, it's both. It's interesting because both, like, I'm not saying they're the same thing, because I'm not. Because some spiritual practices require you to shave your head. And then also when people have sort of like a mental break, they also shave their head. And when people have had a fucking enough of life, they shave their head. It's very symbolic. But anyway, he shaved his head and he had this, like, for a short while before he let his beard grow too long, he had a short beard and a shaved head. And I was like, obviously, Will Modric is
right?
he's way, no shade. I'm not saying my ex wasn't good looking, but I just mean Will Modric is fucking hot.
Yeah.
So he did, shout out to him for that look. It did remind me of good times. Less problematic.
I'm glad that the club's going to do well as well.
Yeah, the club was thriving.
It needed to do well.
I just thought messy Bridgerton was doing too much when he stood up and he was like, I'm going to take my business elsewhere. And then he really thought he did him a favour when he came back.
That was all part of my play,
Yeah,
but don't worry, I've brought the lads with me.
Oh, I hated
Colin,
it.
shut the fuck up.
Justice
Sit
for Will
down.
next season. You are a man of honour. I want better for him. When he was like, what does a gentleman know about mind? I've thought that. It's like when you're at work and there's that older, like, white guy who barely does a job and he makes a joke like, oh, what do you know? You're like, you're do here, an
you
hour
have
of
tenure,
work
that's
a day.
It. You're a legacy hire. That's the reason you're still here, because it costs more to get rid of you.
And everyone respects you in a way they'll never respect me, so how fucking dare you? Oh, he needs a better storyline next season, that's all I'll say.
But he saw through Jack.
100%. Swindler.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't trust the family. He's like, the Featheringtons are scammers. And I think it's interesting that maybe Colin knows deep down Penelope isn't shit. He's like, you are a terrible person.
It's like,
I know you're Lady Whisteldown. Yeah, right. He'll know. He'll never know. He's dumb.
All right. I've picked another goodie.
Who?
It's Eloise.
Okay, Eloise finally won me over this season. I found her I know she was like a feminist icon, but I found her annoying last season.
But I think this season it's because she's now, again, experiencing more. Like last season, she wasn't out yet. She was still, she
in
just
the house
didn't
complaining.
Yeah.
She's very relatable. She says the things we all say.
And I've got to say, I love the like subtleties of the way that they act, like the characteristics she plays, like the way that she kind of like says things and like leans in. It's kind of like brings like a bit of a modernity to the role, because she's not always so buttoned up. It's like I like that. I think it's very, very good. I appreciate that.
And I love the way that she conveys embarrassment. I know that sounds so stupid, but like, you know the way she like blushes and she gets all silly?
Yeah.
It makes her more human, whereas last season I felt like she was just too pompous.
Like righteous. And,
yes, that is the perfect word, yes. But this season, it was just so much more endearing because she's just constantly embarrassed. And, honey, let me tell you that if you want me to relate to you, you just have to be awkward in public.
The embarrassment, the awkward, yeah, exactly. They're not
wanting... awkward, not knowing what to do, like, wanting to reject. Having men, like, say these things to you, everything. There was so long where everything a man said to me would make me angry, and then people would react to me as though it's like, what, and but it's just like they just so fucking misogynistic.
Yeah,
it's difficult. But then it's also like the ridiculous idea that this upper class woman thinks she's a revolutionary. It's like contradictory. It's like, Eloise, come on, no shade, but you don't know your privilege.
And I want...
Penelope did her dirty as a friend.
She absolutely
I'm sorry,
did.
but she did. I get she had to throw him under the bus in some way, but I just think that...
She doesn't need to throw it in her face and be like...
Yes.
Yeah.
And before she did that, do you remember when she was like being manipulative, telling her to cut that guy off?
Yes, Theo, you bitch.
That was
this
too much.
This is giving... You need to... Yeah.
Someone who has never met someone that they like in their life.
Let her have this.
Let her have her little crush. It was innocent.
Yeah. And he was a nice guy. He was like somebody that seemingly wasn't actually going to
do her
take advantage. Yeah, which could have, you weren't protecting her. You were just being a bitch.
We hate Penelope today. Penelope stands. Let us know what you think.
I'm just curious to see who out there is a Penelope stan.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who? Defend her.
People love Eloise and what's his name, Benedict's relationship.
Because
I think they're cute. I do think they're cute, but I don't love it. It's just like I have siblings, so I'm just not that impressed. Does that make sense? It's just like, siblings of different genders get along and back each other up. Anthony was a raging pig. That's why you think Benedict is so sweet.
Yeah. He had to be.
Please. He did not have to.
Oh, no, it's not. Sorry. It's your turn. It's your pick. No, I picked Eloise.
Okay. I know who it is and I'm bored.
Who do you think it is? Is it?
Oh, it's not. It's Theo. Theo
Sharp. How perfect.
Yeah.
Theo
Sharp. I liked him. There's nothing more to say. He was sweet.
He was sweet.
He wasn't sweet until the end, though.
But
before
also,
that, he was
like,
stuck
how
a bit.
many... It felt like he has been burnt before by an upper-class lady.
Well,
the way
he
he's
is
like...
in everyday life. Like, when you're living in, like, an oppressive society, that... People are probably really rude to him. They talk down to him.
But when do they come into contact? Those lives are very separated in the ton.
Yes and no. Like, imagine, like, he has... I don't know.
I understand what you're saying, but I guess... And maybe it's because I'm saying they're separated because we just don't see it, but they're obviously not going to show every aspect of life. Like, obviously, there are times when people come into contact with
or just people. Watching, like... It's like when you're reading, like... about like super rich people doing
Lady
this and that.
Because you have to fucking print it for some dumb bitch.
Yeah.
He's probably like, you are just like these people.
Like when I log onto Twitter and I see people talking about like, oh, Jeff Bezos making fun of Leonardo DiCaprio.
So true. Like, we don't have to know Jeff Bezos to hate him.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Bullshit,
you're right.
all of it.
Okay, but I hope that
Anthony's like watching Jeff Bezos fall in love with Simon and Anthony are Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk falling in love.
Stop it.
They are.
No, because then we have to hate Kate and Daphne because you're like, why are you idiots?
I get it though.
You need to.
Everybody loves toxic peen.
Oh.
Hey.
Say that to the choir. Lady Violet Bridgerton.
Okay, I don't actually have that much to say about her.
I don't, but I enjoyed seeing
seeing like
that backstory, seeing like actually some emotion beyond just like, oh, we've got to go to the balls and you've got to do this. It was...
She's so, I know this maybe is a generalization, but to me, she's such a mom. Like somebody who gently pushes you towards like, she doesn't want to force you, but she's like, this will be good for you.
Yeah.
That's what my mom's like.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's such a mom.
But she was a bit much with how she pushed Eloise. Like when she makes her dance with that guy who was a dick, and the way that she was...
she just wants her to... Because at the
but
end of the day,
it just shows... Because she genuinely thought that this was a man that Eloise would actually want to dance with and like. And it's like, this guy's a dick.
Yeah, but she doesn't know he's a dick. That's also realistic. Because sometimes older generations, like, they'll also, like, they don't know these people. They're just like, he's like a rebel and he's like not. So she thinks, oh, like
a rebel in the wrong direction.
But she probably never actually spoke to him.
True.
He just has a reputation. Yeah, I thought that was funny.
Yeah, but when she's like, you just need to tell me stuff, like, I'm pretty sure you would not be happy if Eloise actually told you who she was.
But she always backs her children. Always. Like, she has her back all the time.
Yeah, but that's when we're seeing them make choices in, like, with people in the upper class. I don't know how she's going to feel about...
I think she'd find a way to make it work.
True, as long as if it's true love.
Yeah.
No, she's not thinking that Anthony will be like, fine. Because next season it's all about Benedict and falling in love with... Benedict is going to
have to grow severely to sell that series to me. I'm a liar. I'll be there every episode.
No, obviously, but you might not. He might still have to sell it.
No, I think he'll
But then we felt
it's
like that with Anthony, right?
I hated him.
We just thought he was not great in the first.
It's the romance. Yeah. It always wins. And I feel like the poetry potential, honestly, is going to be cute. When he starts reading her poetry, I'm going to cry.
Yeah.
As much as I say, I'm not going to lie, I'm someone who...
We are just suckers.
Somebody has once a freestyle to me, and I was like, oh my God, I love it. I'm just like, what?
I'm probably like just a really horrible, awkward, cold bitch where I'd be like...
No, but like somebody that you
no,
like
if you
saying
burn
the right
for somebody
words
that way.
you,
yeah, absolutely.
Whereas
I'm gone. But somebody you really, if you're unsure of them, then that is a very repulsive situation. And I'm sorry to say like that, but I've had feelings where, like situations where I have just had that really strong reaction when somebody actually just. And it's not them; they're not repulsive. They're not. There's nothing wrong with them. It's me. It's entirely me and my terrible reaction.
You're not repulsed by them. There's nothing wrong with them. But you're just like freaked out because it's such an intense situation with someone that you know you're not into, and then you have to find a gentle way to let them know.
And you don't find a gentle way.
I've repulsed people.
No, yes, absolutely. And that's also like, oh God, wow. I'm repulsive to some people. Some people find me repulsive. Probably more people find me repulsive than find me like
endearing
and like
but you have to put yourself out there. More people need to risk being repulsive. Embrace cringe, as they say. You have to, because the reason we don't have as much romance is because everyone wants to look like cool and okay. I need you to fucking put it on the fucking line. I will always respect that.
Do that with
I'll always respect that though. Even if I'm not attracted to someone or I'm not interested, I will always respect somebody just putting it on me, like being honest and direct.
Now that I'm older, I would, but now we would be like, firstly, let me thank you for your truth and honesty.
Yeah, I respect it. I
respect you, and I
always will because of that.
I love what you represent, but do I love you?
Don't do that.
Yeah, but this is what we're saying. It's like, listen, bravo, thank you. I respect everything you're doing. Do I want to shag you? No.
No, but you have a friend for life because I genuinely respect you.
And they're like, what good is your fucking friendship? I don't want that.
If you love me, you would want to be friends with me.
I respect you for life, and I will always be there for you.
Honestly, I will. I'll ride for you, but I'm not into it.
No, I think I'm still not very enlightened and a bit more immature. I'd probably be like, ew, I can't.
Maybe you just haven't had that experience yet where somebody you genuinely respect. Like,
true, I've had it where it's just like, this creeps me out, and the moment I spending time with you now actually just makes me feel quite physically sick, so I can't in all good conscience ever speak to you again. You must consider me dead.
Yes,
please,
that happens
just
also.
We never met, okay?
That's a different thing, but I still believe in those moments you have to be honest. Don't be harsh, but be honest. You have to tell them what it is before you cut them off. Don't ghost people, guys. I don't think it's cute.
Right, next.
You or me?
No, it's you. I think because I did, Lady
We're coming to the end.
Oh my God, who
I'm
knew?
so proud of us.
Are we...
Sorry,
Who's
guys.
even left?
I just screamed. Marina motherfucking
of course.
Thompson.
I'm so glad for you that you picked her out.
I hated what she said, but speaking
mean?
of people who I don't appreciate what they say, but I respect it. Because what she's saying is bullshit. Her subscribing to a life of misery and telling Colin to go fuck himself was harsh, but I've never respected someone more in my life.
I don't I'm upset that she feels like she's like, what, subscribing to a life of misery, but I'm like, well, yeah, I respect that
was a birth of a
giving
boss
him
bitch, honestly.
a dressing down and just being like, you couldn't make me. Do you think that I would be happy with you?
Dinner?
Yeah.
Like, get over yourself, first of all. Marina.
But you should want more for yourself.
Thompson. But she'll get it. I reckon she'll get it. I feel bad for her being with that guy because it's like, he's all right, but he's wet and she hates him.
And he's just doing it. He did his duty. Good for him for like doing. But again, maybe that was a marriage of convenience for him too.
Yes. Because let's be honest, Marina's a bad bitch and now he has twins.
And without having to actually really do anything that maybe he didn't want to do. I don't know. I'm just.
Yeah. Natalie thinks that he is going to have a gay love story with, what's his name? Colin.
I don't know. They just seemed very...
But you can have like love, affection and connection without sexual attraction. But if they did want to add some depth, like I do need like a same-sex couple.
Because we haven't had that.
No.
Or
not like genuine, like we've had
there's been like
behind the scenes, the whispers, like the messy stuff in season 1.
At like the artist party where everybody was kind of like free and it was
they did
like
that thing that we hate where they make it like
deviant.
Yes. And it's just like,
it's the free artist. We all just express ourselves rather than like, well, can we just have like a...
And then, to be fair, the artist was like saying to Benedict problematic Cumberbatch, sorry for calling him that, that he was like, I can't, it's dangerous for me to live my free life. But then you know how I feel about people making people's sexuality a punchline. I'm just not with it. I want some genuine love.
That's why I'm surprised. Like, it could be, why make it a thing? Why not have it just be, it could be, that like for as quote unquote progressive as they are with the whole racial diversity
people
thing.
People are saying that, but I feel like...
That's why I say, but it's still also a show about like extreme classism.
I know, but I don't like Oppression Olympics where people are like... Because somebody tweeted that and it was like a gay white man who was like, if we can imagine a world where racism doesn't exist,
why can't we
have a queer love story? But it's just like, if this was coming from anyone else, because I'm sorry, but I know we always end up talking about race, but I don't ever want to hear. I do resent the way that white gay men talk about race because they speak about it from a racist perspective that's never acknowledged because they feel that their own prejudice makes them understand or like they're kind of above racism, and it's just not true.
Or their own oppression.
Whereas if somebody who wasn't white said that, I'd be like, yeah. But it's just like, if we can imagine a world already, I'm just like, shut the fuck up. Like, I just don't like white people the way they talk about racism. I just don't like it. They talk about it like it's a chip on a shoulder. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Whereas, like, especially if we're talking about black gay people, or not even if you identify as gay, black people in same-sex relationships in general, it's a different kettle of fish. Like, it's a whole different thing. Mm-hmm. So it's just like, and I don't like it when people make false comparisons, but at the same time, I wholeheartedly want a same-sex relationship to develop because it's just like,
I agree.
But not in like a corny, like trashy punchline
way. But it feels like now the only way that it can develop, it has to be a forbidden, like a cloak and daggers thing. Because the way that they set it up, which feels like it did it have to.
No, but all the love stories are like, the main love stories are like secret, forbidden.
They are,
loves.
but then they can still be realised in a real way in the open.
But even this season, like really and truly, those two should not have ended up together. It was scandalous.
And it will continue to be, yeah.
So I think they'll do the same thing with the same-sex relationship at the end. They'll come out into society and the Queen will be like, you know what? Approved.
Yeah. I hope so.
We hope so. But Marina Thomas, you are an icon for reading that little bitch boy, because he did too much. But when he said, if you just come to me and told me, I would have married you anyway. I genuinely feel like they were the couple, and I'm still pissed off that they didn't end up together, because now what is this? I really hope she's back in season 3. I really want her back.
She has to be, because I don't see why it didn't make sense.
It
wasn't enough of a storyline. I don't know. To me, it just felt like I don't think it was, because it was not. I don't think it was needed unless it was setting up something else. It just felt a bit clumsy. If it was just it was just for closure. It was like, well, that didn't. I don't. It has to be more. I think, but maybe it's not. I'm not in the writers' room, so. Anyway.
Okay.
Right. Last one. No, second to last one. Lady Sharma. Oh, I don't have much
There's not
say.
much to say. You throwing her name down. I thought that obviously her love of Kate and claiming her as her daughter was beautiful, because your family isn't necessarily like just relatives. I hate people who don't consider, well, I'm personally resentful of people who don't consider like stepchildren and stuff like they're a part of your family. I feel like blended families, people who embrace that are the real ones. I love that. But in the beginning, I don't know, like, I like that she went for her parents. Her parents are awful to her.
Terrible.
But
But why did she not know about this arrangement at all? Because
she wasn't involved in the money.
But they're not. Sorry, you're not telling me that Lord and Lady Sheffield are messaging Kate about this.
She wrote to them. She hasn't spoken to her parents in years.
Oh,
she
wait,
wrote to them.
So Kate wrote to them to be like, can you just sort this out?
Yeah.
We'll figure it out. Can you?
Which is honestly what anyone in that position would have done, realistically. Because they've got money, they're just cunts. Sorry.
Okay,
Sorry,
we've got one more
that.
thing left. I cannot think who it is based on who we've... Who's the best?
The man we'll never see again, Lord Jack Featherington.
Oh, God. No wonder I
course.
didn't know that would be the... How is that our last person?
He is the rugby boy that I hate, honestly.
Yeah. We knew that he was going to be a total... Fuck, I called it from a mile that he was broke.
Fuck boy. I didn't. I did not at all.
Called it.
See, Natalie's transformation to City Girl status is unmatched. She was like, you are a broke boy as soon as she saw it.
Next. There's just no
He's
way. You are
hunting
playing
stuff.
people. You are fucking playing.
He was
You're
made
looking
for that
for
blonde girl,
somebody.
though. They should have been together. They were made
But
for each other.
again, this is, I suppose, where if honesty is quote unquote the best policy, maybe not in this situation because they were scamming people, but if he'd only just been honest with Portia, then he could have scammed, and I'm not condoning this behaviour, can I just say, he could have married Cressida, got the dowry, and then had like him and Portia could have had their like she didn't want a husband, she doesn't want a husband, she wants like some hot fucking sex. She could have like still been Lady Featherington in like all the dowager whatever, been having an affair with Jack Featherington and have all the money.
Yeah.
But she played it well. She played it well because in the end she's coming out on top. But it just, if he'd been honest, he could have also played it well. But he was just an idiot. He thought that he could play Portia Featherington. You fucking got played yourself.
I love your strong feeling.
We've got to end with a bang.
We've got to end it there. Yeah.
Yeah, with a big bang, with a big like...
But yeah, thank you for listening.
So
our hopes for next season are character development for Benedict Cumberbatch.
Yeah.
A queer love story. Basically, we want to see a same-sex couple who are able to enter society, and then we want that done. And then the season 4, we want same-sex couples.
Yes.
And we want Eloise to find some love. I want her to have a sexual awakening. I want Eloise to, experience the sexiness of the loins.
Absolutely, she deserves it as well.
Yeah, or see her become more of a rebel.
Yes.
I mean, as much as possible in this.
I don't know, she could step into like the women's rights movement. She could,
yeah,
that could be,
she could become like
more of a
upper class women.
Yeah, she could become a white feminist.
Sorry.
She could.
Oh my god. Yeah, she's probably transposed. She's writing articles.
Oh no, yeah.
What's her name?
J.K. Rowling.
What a problematic.
Yeah, you
no shade.
ruined
Oh my god.
it.
White
You've
feminists
ruined.
don't like the B word.
Bitch.
Yeah, they don't like that.
Well, they definitely don't like this podcast. Because this podcast is littered with that. She's a bad bitch. Look at that bitch. She's a messy bitch. Bitch.
Bitch. A rich bitch. Bitch. Oh my God. I went through a phase where I hated the word bitch. I hated it. It
now
hit me.
you've
It
proclaimed
wounded
it.
me. No, I still don't like... Maybe I just hate white men. I don't like there was one time I just don't like the way men say bitch. Like they're one of the girls.
Take it out
like
of your
you're
mouth.
not.
Take that word out of your mouth now.
It was this guy, it's like this
What did he...
He's
bad
like,
bitch. You're like,
no, it wasn't even like that, which is fine. It's just like, it's like you are, by all means, like, oh, this white heterosexual man, not that any man calling me a bitch is like cute to me. Or some women can't call me a bitch. Like, we're not friends. Don't call me girl, don't call me sis, don't call me bitch. We're not friends.
I don't really like it if people call, like, it's fine because we're talking about other people.
Yeah.
Fictional people, might I add.
What if I said, Natalie, you're that bitch? Would that offend you?
No.
That's what I'm saying.
Because it's
like,
you.
It's the relationship that needs to be established. I feel like some people say things.
I'd be like, am I? Oh, thank you.
Yeah, and you can't ignore like the racial implications as well, the way you switch. Also, just like him he kept calling women bitch, and I was like, stop calling women bitches. Like, that's not cute.
In like a derogatory way, or in like
and then you're like, she's a bitch. And it's like,
no.
it made me cringe. I was like, you can't, it's still derogatory.
Yeah.
You say that. But yeah, guys, I'm not going to lie to you. I feel drunk. I'm sorry for everything in the second half. I apologise.
Well, we hit the big... Oh, wait. Sorry. Before we say goodbye, we've got to do our top 3 bad bitches. Sorry.
Oh my God. Can we also talk about the songs? Top 3 songs.
Oh my God. Oh,
Rihanna Diamond.
Yes. Oh,
that was hot.
Beautiful.
I love that song.
So Ruth sent me a message, a voice note, while she was watching it saying, episode 4, a song comes on, you are going to shit a brick. I did. It was Robin dancing on
Whoever picked that song,
it was for us,
needs a motherfucking raise.
You did that for us and we salute you.
Love that song so much. It's like they knew that it's like the lonely girl anthem.
You've already given us tension in libraries.
Yeah.
You've given us longing looks. You've given us almost touching.
Yeah.
And then you give us that.
That was perfect. And she wasn't dancing on her own. Oh my God, I loved it. And then they also did... Oh, Wrecking Ball was good.
Wrecking Ball was sublime.
I don't mind Wrecking Ball, the song.
I quite like it, yeah, it's fine.
I don't mind. I wouldn't say I love it, but oh my God, the version they did in Bridgerton was phenomenal. Phenomenal. Whoever picked the songs this season, you're doing it.
Thank you, yeah.
Yeah. And, yeah.
Right, so the top boys of the season.
What are we doing? Messy bitches or bad bitches?
Or we do like people who, or both.
Oh, people
who
messy,
run the ton.
Scandalous.
Yeah, well, people who run the ton is obviously the Queen, Lady Danbury.
Yeah, people who run, the Queen, Lady Danbury, and Lady Whisteldown, and probably Lady Bridgerton as well.
No, not really. She's not running any. I don't think so. Lady Danbury is running things in that situation.
Without her family, like, we don't have any love stories. She has to push them towards a love.
They push themselves.
No, she had to have a word with
Daphne, she did, yeah.
And she had to have several words with Anthony.
But also, that was also Daphne stepping into her... I know she's not a Bridgerton anymore, but that was her stepping into her meddling Bridgerton, like, true love. Conquers all. Do you know what I mean? Like, she was
family mess that they've had.
Yeah, she was there like, Anthony, what the fuck are you doing? You are fucking her over the table. Yeah. You can't marry her sister. What are you talking about?
Honestly, the way they look each other over the table is so fucking hot. I loved it. So, okay, they're the top 3. But what about the messiest?
Wait, sorry, who are the top 3? Oh, the Feathering. Yeah, Queen, Danbury, Featherington.
The messiest people in the ton are definitely Colin. I'm sorry. I know that sounds weird, but Colin makes the top 3 for me because he went to her home.
He went,
and stayed for
let
dinner.
her be. Yeah, you did not. That was a polite invite.
You should have
You
left.
should have said no, especially because it's like, sorry, your family is giving the ball of the country season. Go the fuck back home.
I think both Anthony and Kate are joint second for the messiest.
You think Colin's first?
No, he's third.
Oh, right.
Then Anthony and Kate, because they were messy. I'm
but
sorry,
you've got to take
so
them out of the
messy.
equation. But
and the messiest has to be
Penelope
was so messy this season.
Yeah.
Eloise was messy, but she wasn't messier than the others.
No, she wasn't. Not at all.
It was more innocent mess.
Yeah.
Penelope, I feel bad for you, but not bad enough to excuse your behaviour.
You can't excuse that.
No, I get it. You love Colin and he was slagging you off to the men, but... Honey, look how it ended. Men slagging you off isn't that bad. Oh my God, love that. Yeah, it was a fun season. It was great. I loved it. I loved everything about it.
It set us up perfectly for our season. Our summer season.
Oh my God. Yes. I'm gonna spend the summer following Lust and see how it gets me. I'll come back to you guys late September and let you know
After our break.
all the ways.
We take a break so that we can have our season of lust, and it never goes as we think it will.
We stay inside and watch more television. Yeah. But yeah, I'll let you guys know how that works out. I'll be like, guys, Bridgerton is a myth, don't do it.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Yeah,
it's
don't
not real.
follow your heart. Be sensible. Follow your therapist's advice.
Get a therapist first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have nothing more to say about this show.
We've said it all.
Love this show though. Honestly.
Love it. Don't, haters out there, keep it to yourselves.
Unless you're riding for Penelope, I just genuinely want to see the reasoning. I'm sorry if I'm slowing
Show
my
you're
words.
working
I'm
out.
not
Yeah.
sober anymore. I can't lie. Yeah.
Oh, and on that note, goodbye.
Bye.
This couple of podcast hosts is spent
The ladies of Wait Rewind the Tape are retiring. Oh my God, she was on cocaine this season.
She needs some of what Colin brought back from Greece, though. Put that in her drink.
Oh my God.
She needs to loosen up.
The lights, that was funny. Because I'm not hallucinogenics, but I have done that before at a family party where I was off my tits. Sorry to everyone involved. Yeah.
Bye,
That's
guys.
life.
We love
Bye.
you.
Love you so much. Bye.
Rewind the tape. Okay, that was really bad.